In my August money diaries, I shared with you guys how I was budgeting for September at the start of the month, and we have allocated certain money to the variable expenses budget. So in today's video, let's do a quick check-in and how I do some readjustments based on whatever that I've been spending in the first 2 weeks that I've been here on Jeju Island. Let's dive straight into today's video. Let's go. Let's do a little bit of a recap. At the end of August, start of September, we budgeted for $150 for meals out. This is when I go out to different restaurants or I go to cafes, sit down, do my work, order a cup of coffee. This budget goes there. And for groceries, I was budgeting for $200 in the month of September. Bus and MRT rides was $50 and I didn't budget for anything else. Today is the 16th of September. We have crossed the halfway mark mid-month already, and this is how my expenses has been like ever since I arrived here. Prior to reaching Jeju Island, I did spend some amount of money in Singapore. So I had roughly about 3 days in September that I was still in Singapore, and I spent a total of $213.98 in that 3 days that I was still in Singapore. So if you think that that is a lot, yes, I do understand that is a lot. The bulk of what I spent on in the first 3 days that I was still in Singapore, it was mainly paying for meals out with my family. So I went to White Tiffin with my mum and my brother, and that was $20 over there already. And before I left Singapore on the final day, I had lunch with my family at Omote at Thomson Plaza. It is a great Japanese place. If you like Japanese food, they do sell chirashi rice bowls. It's a great place. The bill was close to $200, but I've split this with my brother, and that is why I've only incurred $95.54 here. At the airport, my friends sent me off and my siblings were there as well. We went for dinner and that was a total of $43.62. So bulk of the $200 in expenses in the first 3 days that I was still in Singapore was spent on food, groceries, last minute things that I wanted to bring here to South Korea. These expenses are not included in the variable expenses table because I wanted to track how my expenses will be like here on Jeju Island. On the 4th of September was the day that I've arrived in South Korea, and this was how my expenses is like in totality right now on the 16th of September. My meals out in total right now is at $70.81, and I'm well under the budget that I have allocated for myself. In total, I budgeted for $150, but right now I'm a little under the halfway mark of $150. I'm at $70.81, which means that for the rest of September, I'm still able to fall and keep within the $150 budget that I have for myself. Remember Webull's Fund Any Amount sign up promotion? This time round it's back but even bigger. All you need to do is just deposit any amount, $1 will do. Hold that $1 there for the next 30 days and you'll be receiving 10 free fractional shares, each worth up to $100. So in total, that 10 free fractional shares could be worth up to $1,000. Webull is more than a platform that offers great sign up gifts. You can also use that platform to kickstart your investment journey into the S&P 500 index. If you don't know what that is all about, I have this video where I've documented how I got myself started investing into the S&P 500 index and how you can do it for yourself as well. I'll put a link up above and also down below. If you want to sign up with Webull's fantastic promotion right now, use the link down in the description box below. If not, scan this QR code right over here. Make sure to grab this sign up gift before it ends because good things don't last forever. Now let's get back into today's video. Let's go. For groceries, I budgeted for a total of $200, of which I've already spent $179.45. And if you haven't seen the reel that I've done on Instagram, head over to my Instagram account where I've done a reel. How much does each item cost when I went grocery shopping the first day I arrived here on Jeju Island? So if you take a look at this table, I've actually written down every single thing. How much does each one of it cost? And these were the things that I've already bought. Basic necessity things like green onions, kimchi dumplings, some frozen food, mushrooms, bread. I bought quite a bit of bread. It is just wholemeal bread that I usually eat for breakfast here. If you are interested in how I'm living my day-to-day life, I do have a video coming up, somewhat like a day in the life on Jeju Island, and also sharing a bit more with you guys about why I left my day job and why I moved here. So stay tuned and subscribe and follow along on this journey. That video is coming up soon. Groceries cost in South Korea is not exactly very expensive. It is still pretty reasonable. For example, a 1 big bag of enoki mushroom that has 3 packets in there, I think only cost me around $2, which is pretty cheap as compared to Singapore. Like 1 packet alone in that pack of 3 in Singapore would have already cost me $2. I still think that the grocery cost here is still pretty reasonable, and in total, I'm still under my budget of $200 for this month. I don't think I need to buy any more things for this month besides probably shampoo and also body soap. So those will go into my groceries budget. I think I'm still well under the $200 budget. I don't have any more groceries that I need to buy besides probably bread again. For bus and MRT rides, I have used cash to top up. So in total, I used 50,000 Korean won to top up to my Namane card, which I use here in South Korea for my public transportation rides. After converting at the cash exchange rate that I've gotten was 980 Korean won for 1 SGD. That came up to $51.02. So no adjustment needed because on my Namane card, I still have roughly, I think about 30 over 1,000 Korean won for public transportation. And I don't think I'll use that up by the end of this month as well. For expenses that I did not think I would incur, remember in the last video I mentioned that there wasn't anything that I needed to shop for, but I was so wrong. I didn't exactly pack what I needed when I came here. The weather is still pretty hot and I was prepared for autumn and also a little under prepared for winter. So my clothes are on the thicker side and I only brought a few t-shirts along with me. In addition, I didn't bring along one of the jeans that I wanted to bring, so I went on a jeans hunt. I bought one jeans and that was $50 over already, and that is the only shopping that I've done for September. Whether will I buy t-shirts? I don't think so, because in the months coming ahead, it is going into autumn and also winter, of which it's going to be cold, and I have prepared long sleeves for this weather, so that is fine. I'm just gonna survive on the few t-shirts that I've brought. And for entertainment, so I actually went to watch a movie here on Jeju Island because I had some free time and I wanted to go and just relax. I went to go and watch the IU's Golden Hour concert. That movie ticket alone was $20. These two expenses were things that I didn't anticipate, of which I do think at the back of my mind that it's not going to be a huge sum. And in addition to that, I did not actually budget super dramatically or rather unreasonably in terms of my food expenses, etc. At the start of the month, the only amount that I was budgeting for was a total of $450, but because of these unexpected expenses that comes up in terms of buying my jeans and also going for entertainment, I've budgeted another extra $150. So in the month of September, I'm only gonna keep myself to a $550 budget. So this is how I adjust myself accordingly. I don't budget or rather allow myself to spend so much at the start of the month. I will tell myself, okay, this is what I have to work with. I have, let's say, $500 to spend on everything that I need in terms of food, transportation, shopping, etc. Anything and everything to satisfy my needs, I keep it within $500. As you go along the days in the month that you're budgeting for, keeping in mind that you only have, let's say, $500 of a budget to work with, and you record your expenses every other day, you somewhat know that, you know, you're gonna hit or burst your budget soon. That is where you need to control yourself a little. If not, think in a broader perspective, can you actually allocate a little bit more just to not make yourself so stressed out? Because at the end of the day, with whatever money that you're managing, your own personal finances, you don't want to put yourself in a situation where you're always so stressed about money, and that will make you very stingy with whatever that you have. Don't ever go to the extent, but take it with a balance that you still want to enjoy what you have, and also plan towards your future, because at the end of the day, money is a means to an end. If you want to buy a house, you want to plan for a marriage, you want to plan for kids, you do need to manage your money well. So I hope today's video has been helpful for you as you do and budget your mid-month check-in. Do go and analyze what you have been spending already. Keep at the back of your mind, constantly reminding yourself that you know what is the broader picture that you're saving up for, what are the things that you're planning in terms of your personal finances, and that is how you can keep within budget and not make yourself so stressed out. So this is just a little bit of an update. At the end of the month, once September ends, we'll do a final check-in, the usual Money Diary series where I cover my income, expenses, etc. If you enjoyed this video, give it a big thumbs up. If you have any more things that you want to see on the channel, let me know in the comment section below as well. I'll see you in my next video. Bye bye.